Olá, amigos do Espaço da Mente, mais uma edição da nossa Conexão Estrasburgo. E nesse congresso eu encontrei uma EMDRista australiana chamada Carrie Howard e ela desenvolveu um sistema muito interessante que permite aos terapeutas de EMDR fazer sessões de EMDR online e um sistema que permite até mesmo a estimulação, seja infinita, seja lateral, seja diagonal, de todas as formas que aparecem na tela e que o terapeuta consegue controlar. Além disso, ela deseja, a partir desse trabalho, desenvolver uma rede internacional de terapeutas, de maneira que haja uma conexão maior entre terapeutas que desejam utilizar o EMDR online e os pacientes que procuram esse serviço de uma maneira integrada e mundial. Confira a nossa conversa. Olá, amigos do Espaço da Mente, dando prosseguimento à nossa conexão aqui em Estrasburgo. Tenho o prazer de falar com essa colega chamada Carrie, que vai nos contar um pouco sobre o trabalho que ela vem desenvolvendo com o uso do EMDR Online, que é uma proposta do presente para o futuro. Thank you, Carrie, for speaking to us. Can you tell us a little bit more about the work, the project that you are developing in terms of the use of EMDR Online?
So last year I developed a program called REMDR, R-E-M-D-R, and I did that to work with EMDR Online. It essentially replaces a light bar or hands. We all get sore arms, or it gets very difficult. So in terms of what I did was created that program that can be used in the office, so you can just use it across the room, or if your client is across the city and can't get to you for some reason, that you can get online through an online portal and use that software to deliver EMDR. A lot of people didn't believe that you could do EMDR online because they get a bit concerned about what might happen with the client and keeping everything kind of calm. But my most recent research has actually shown that we can not only deliver it online effectively, it's actually maybe even more effective than it is face-to-face.
Oh wow, okay. And how long have you been using this system?
So I only developed the system last year. So I launched in August at the EMDR conference in Seattle, and then so I was using it pretty well most of last year. There's been some enhancements that I've done to the software since August, and that means that that software itself, it can do different shapes. So it does infinity, it does diagonal, vertical, not just your straight light bar side to side.
And that appears on the screen of the patient.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and what's good about my software is that it allows you to be in control of it still as the therapist. Because one of the big problems, so there's a lot of apps and things that you can buy that will just do side-to-side movement, that you could work with a client and they could be on their own, but the therapist is not in control of that. So what we needed was the same as you would be in a normal session. The therapist needs to maintain control of that. So the REMDR software allows us to do that. Then we use that in an online platform. Now you can use any online platform from a video conferencing perspective, theoretically, but things like Skype, which you can use, and people have even said to me they've used Facebook Messenger, which is just silly. They're not secure, and this is the big problem: is that they're not secure.
Mm-hmm.
So
the privacy is not guaranteed.
No, not at all. And in fact, Skype is owned by Microsoft, and if there was anything, if the police or anybody wanted any information about it, they would just give it to them. You have no control over that. Now, what I set up PsychNexus, and PsychNexus is a HIPAA compliant platform. So HIPAA is the minimum requirement the US set for health delivered online, and so that an individual therapist can get access to a secure online platform that wasn't going to cost them too much money. Because most of those HIPAA compliant platforms to just get for a month is usually about $50 US and up a month. And with PsychNexus, I was able to do it just for $30 US a month. Mm-hmm. So, because it was really just about helping therapists be able to do more online. Which brings me to what I'm doing next, which is setting up the Global Therapist Network. So I'm setting up a global trauma therapist network, and the idea is that in countries like Brazil, where maybe there's many therapists who don't necessarily have enough clientele, that I can give, therapists in remote countries work and pay them a reasonable amount of money, like $50 an hour, and they can deliver their services online. And what I'm doing in that is providing all of the platform and everything for them to be able to do it, and they can just work from home. So no overheads and, no staff, no reception, all of that sort of stuff. So a lot of that opportunity, there's just a lot of opportunity online. And the other thing that people just don't understand is that the development of software and the development of technology is happening so fast that we're actually, where we used to say everything doubles every 2 years, it's now even less. And it's really, really crucially important that we don't spend so much time, going, oh, I need to do a PhD, which would take 10 years, to talk about something that's happening now. And most people are sleeping when it comes to technology. Now, the reality is, artificial intelligence will mean that I think within about 5 years, you won't actually have to have a person. It would just be you and your computer. Actually, it'll be you and your hologram therapist.
Thank you very much, Carrie.
You're welcome.
Obrigado então a vocês do Espaço da Mente e vamos trazer mais notícias dentro em breve com essas fantásticas novidades aí chegando, ok? Até já.